as we enter the pistol round here. We've got a couple of smokes, and it looks like a banana play from Astralis.
Bit of a change here. We normally see them go for a bit more of a default spread.
Exactly.
So some pep in the stepper, early smoke, and a flash is good. Cadius
Go
between the wickets and more fight to come. Astralis are the favourites in this one.
We have
both tucked in.
Two players though on the CT defense, and they're going to be finding nothing but headshots here. TeSeS lights them up, and they've got a huge man advantage after getting the opening frag. Things starting to collapse for Astralis here. Glaive fights back, and there could be another kill here. It's going to be close as you like, and why are they jumping through the smoke? Stown, the last player remaining for Heroic, and they're going towards CT spawn. And they're just getting out of here.
Trying to get out of dodge here. It's down. He's going to tag one. He knows the Blame is likely still close by. Glaive could head over to the site and plant right now, and
the
Blame
smoke
is actually
down.
playing behind the smoke. So Stown, he's going to walk straight on by. Can't reload, otherwise he'll give away that sound cube. Maybe those steps were heard. This is hot pursuit now from Stown.
Blame doesn't know.
Is still worried about B.
Oh no.
Stown's already here. Glaive is so low. If he gets this kill, it's likely Blame can rotate in time.
Blame, you've got to get out of there, my friend. Who would have thought?
This is the best position though. Glaive, he's going to get the information. He's spotted him now. Just needs to delay. Just needs to stay alive. Stown has to run him down, and he will. But remember, there's no kit in play. He taps the bomb. He waits. He waits. He waits. He calls the bluff of Blame, and Blame jumps for the shot. And we heard from Maui on the desk. There's going to be Blame holding Stown and TeSeS at arm length. At a bit of a duel here today, where Blame steps up and secures the first round of play.
What a wild round that was. It all started with the kill against Katie in there towards the half-ball position. Then Heroic, they actually had a three-man stack towards Banana. They came to life. They had nothing but headshots here. That should be the round concluded. But all of a sudden, it turns on its head. Glaive battling tooth and nail here. They're jumping through the smoke one by one. What are they up to, Chad?
Oh, I don't know. Desperate scenes there from Heroic. Pure desperation as they will opt in with the force buy, but Blame, he's enjoying himself after that one. Yeah, be a little bit perplexed on how that one even unfolded.
Yeah.
What's going to happen when you peer through a grey screen?
An absolute gut punch to kick things off here on Inferno. A force buy on the agenda. We've got Deagles and a 5-7. Of course, no kits and a bit of a flashbang retake up Banana here. No one to be found as they'll fall back. Have a flash primed and ready from Yabi. Deploys it, but no one to follow it up.
All right, well, Astralis should be getting this Banana control here. We have covered off a lot of the Astralis games. We've seen them play against the likes of Heat, Mouse, and Complexity throughout this group, getting victories against all three opponents.
Yeah.
Not converting all of those series, mind you. We covered on that before. Smokes an exchange here.
Oof, these deadly Danish Deagles rattling off from the coffins. Looking to take down the Astralis players. No one really connecting thus far. Config, as you'd imagine. Patrolling towards middle, trying to open things up.
Smoke on the CT side. That doesn't look quite right. That must have been a misclick.
They've thrown it towards trash, right? Towards the cubby.
It doesn't cover off top
doesn't
mid
do
here.
too much for them at all, does it?
I think it's been misthrown, unfortunately. That's a key piece of utility.
They'll still have to spam it, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. I feel like when you see something like that, you have to assume it's a misthrow. So they are herding the sheep back towards short. That's where sjuush has found the opener right there onto Zip. He's going to hit the dirt. Now they just have to run in through this choke point, but flashing forward and fighting again. Heroic, a madman unleashed. They have a 2-on-4 situation. This one should be all good in the hood. Blame. You just want to save? You've only got 15 seconds. Config's in no man's land towards long. How did this one just fall apart out of nowhere?
Yeah, some very wacky rounds here, and it looks like Heroic have done enough. I couldn't tell you how, Chad. It looked like that was going to be falling apart once again with the mid-smoke, but they hit every single shot required there, tied things up at 1-1 and recover the Galils as well. So Astralis, they're the ones on the back foot now. They'll have to force buy back into this with similar weaponry, and it all started here. sjuush hitting a couple of bangers with that Desert Eagle, shuts them down and closes things out as well. Brilliant work from him, and that's going to be a resounding victory for Heroic. They're the ones in charge now. 4 rifles and an MP9. And we said the Banana control would be very important here. And that's exactly where Astralis are heading.
Yeah, this is a very weak-looking force map from Astralis. No plant, no extra goodies to go along with this. Okay, Config. You're on a heater here tonight, aren't you? Another blinder there, but many more to find. And wouldn't seem too far from a shot. Just had too many players to deal with. Well, they've called the stack towards B, so hightailing it over towards the other side of the map right now. They will have to surge through this top mid-smoke if they'd want to go. So thinking better of that, Glaive will call them back towards B.
Yeah, if they could have held on to that 5-4 advantage, this would be looking quite delectable for them. But answered back. CT's looking quite strong now. They're actually going to a more defensive setup. in towards CT spawn, and Cadian actually rotating completely out of this one.
Oh, they have complete mid control right now. The only question mark was apartments, but now B becomes an issue. Smoke deployed. TeSeS is going to spam through one. Oh, the Galil, the extra bullets. He's just going to hold that one down. 35 bullets of absolute pain, as the plant will come through. So you'll take that consolation here if you are Astralis.
Guess there's still a slight chance with the ZipX MP9. He'd have to do something spectacular at this stage, though. This is the force buy. Sure, they've got the bomb down. Would like to get a little bit more out of it, but looks very unlikely now as Yabi and sjuush shut it down, and 4 players survive. You're right, pretty underwhelming there from Astralis. Didn't get too much done. The opening kill from Config was fantastic, but not much else to report.
Yeah, it was well-handled from Heroic, though. As soon as there was traction towards the top of Banana there, top mid gets blocked with a smoke of their own, so they can't use that information against them. And this is TeSeS showing us that the Galil can pump. It's Blame and Glaive gone. And then just making their way up Banana. Yes, easy retake of that B bomb site. Should be an economical coming through from Astralis here. There's light investment. Config with a Deagle. Blame the same. Smoke for Farley. 2 flashes for Glaive at a P250 in the hands of Zip. Yet to frag here. The only member in the server at the moment. We are only 3 rounds in, so that is quite early. Full Banana control has been granted. There's Config again in Banana.
Wow. Okay, a chance for 2 kills there. 1.5 will have to do for now. The Desert Eagle really is causing a lot of problems for Heroic. It's Cadian that's dropped. They don't have much else to work with, though. Back to a 4-4, and they have 1 smoke remaining. Couldn't capitalize upon the advantage once again. And now just assessing their options. TeSeS shutting down Banana, smoke down towards the bottom, funnels them in towards A. That's all they really can do. Walk up and hope for more of the same. Level 1 Deagle, but at this stage, you'll just be in defensive crossfires. You won't be challenging on an individual basis, and we'll see what ZipX can make of it towards the apartments. He's got sjuush in a prime spot. That's where you want to be for these sort of rounds.
And no flashes to force him off the line here either. Bomb is now up mid. I really would love to see Blame getting activated right now with that Deagle, hoping to draw a Banana push with this mid aggression. It is just Glocks on the other side, and that'll be the bomb rumbled here. So a big kill for Yabi to find. However, Farley can get this one back in his hands. Time's starting to become the bigger issue.
Yeah.
Blame will need to activate in a similar way that we saw Config if they wanted a chance, but I think that's done now. The bomb on the far side of that long smoke, and Blame just needs to make sure he goes down before the time transpires.
He's got 20 seconds, should be okay in that regard. Doing considerable damage, but taking a lot himself. That should be it. Stan will close things out. 3-1, so Astralis winning the pistol, and again, unable to convert the follow-up rounds. A little bit dicey here, but very early days in their T-side campaign. Maybe a tactical timeout is in order. We will see as the first real gun round comes in here. 5 AK-47s available for Astralis.
Config just conferring to see how much damage he did on that second Banana.
It looked like he was worth a second kill for sure.
Yeah. And that's after he's getting flushed out by the Molotov into the open as well. So under the,
I guess
under the pump.
The fire rate was quite high. He really was spamming the Deagle at that point. Can lose control of it quite early. But here we go. An interesting Molotov towards the balcony position from Cadian, trying to deny access up and towards the bedroom. That will work nicely.
Yeah, stalls out this default towards A for Astralis for now, but we can see they're in absolutely no rush. Extremely passive stance over towards T-stairs. Cadian's starting to search here with the AWP, and they're spamming as if they know something's coming, and oh, looks the wrong way.
Unfortunate timing there. He had the positional advantage as well, but gives up the AWP. sjuush still here to try and pick up the pieces. Yabi responding towards the boiler room as well. He's still got that Galil. He's been doing great work with it. Oh, that's a beautiful shot from Config. Absolutely rattles Yabi there. And that's going to be 2 kills for the big man. Picks up the AWP as well. He's feeling himself right now.
He has been sharp today, and he's been consistently hitting those type of shots.
Yeah.
Might have to be a gamble stack from Heroic now. They have left the one man of sjuush over towards A. It's down, and TeSeS now bolster this B defense. And there's 45 seconds left. There is still an opportunity for this to go wrong if they do finish B.
I kind of like sjuush's position. I feel like he can do some damage here. You don't expect this too often. And he's doing a lot of damage, Chad, but ultimately shut down. That could have got dangerous.
So awkward.
Yeah, you had no idea where he was. A silenced M4, of course. If he gets 2 kills there, that could have fallen on its ass. But ultimately, Astralis coming back on top. 5 players surviving. That should be it. There's no chance to retake this one. Heroic will be saving the Galil and an M4. Their money, though, after winning 3 rounds, is pretty healthy.
Should be able to get a buy, no dramas. I'm curious if they want to keep searching for fights exactly like that. We've seen Heat when they were playing Inferno earlier in the tournament. It may have even been against Astralis. Might have been a little bit foggy here, but they were playing a lot of these forward setups in Boiler and Halls and taking
They were like
jewels.
doing a double stack in Boiler, for example, right? Yeah, I said it like I'm maybe sounding a little bit condescending, but they were more gimmick plays. They were bringing like unexpected stacks and boosts we hadn't seen. Definitely interesting. The Boiler Room under a lot of threat in the previous round, of course. It will be Astralis picking up their second, and that's all down to Config. Amazing work there. Maybe a bit unfortunate for Cadian. I dare say he actually outplayed the position. He's got unfortunate on the timings there. Looking just the right spot was Config as he swung around. So there it is, round 6 underway. As mentioned, lots of money available for Heroic. They'll be buying up with a Cadian AWP, and he'll be up against Farley as well. He hasn't really got going on the sniper so far, but still, on their home map, you'll be expecting a lot more. He's currently 1-4. Zipex yet to frag, but Config firing on all cylinders. 5 kills to his name after 5 rounds of play.
Well, once we do get a lull in play, we can take a little bit of a look at the ramifications for the results going around town at the moment.
Yes, good point. Good to check in.
Everything is intertwined here. Just trying to get some nade damage done out the window. One's going to land, but nobody home. So much pressure on sjuush as the anchor player over towards this A site. Having to worry about Boiler, mid, apartments. He does have the help of Yabby, sure, but this was the B defense on overpass. And, well, the desk highlighted it. That Tech-9 round late on the T side for Astralis was one of the keys to get this game to overtime, and where Astralis ended up toppling Heroic on their map choice.
They weren't posting any T rounds whatsoever. They were struggling on the back foot, giving up 6 rounds and 7, something like that, and then they came to life after that one. So we'll see what can be done here.
This has been a quick call. There was so much banana aggression. Blame and Farley called all the way back around the wall. They didn't try and go up through mid past banana whatsoever. So Glave's heard or seen or tasted something that he likes right here. A lot of presence and pressure applied to A right now. Cadian will have to hit this shot if they round the corner, but I'm sure it comes with a flash in his face.
Oh, almost certainly. There's the flash, and now here comes the pounce. It will be Glaive given the responsibility to take him down. It's a little bit messy, Chad. Who will we find in that first kill? Cadian does get dropped, but Yabby's still at the back with the Galil, and we have got sjuush alive and well. He'll be good for 1 kill, but here comes another flank here. That's a key shot from Farley. 3-on-1 now, just down to TeSeS, who still could steal the round away, but well handled. And it will be Astralis tying things up 3-3. And yeah, they must have got some solid information there towards the A side.
Yeah, and the way that they pounced for that fight, mate, did they hear the scope? Did they preempt the setup of some variety? Because the smoke that they threw as well, so that the pit player couldn't fight, it was a shallow one. It wasn't a deep smoke. So you can see it. You can see it just to the left of the tall box there as they were entering the site. There you go. That camera, perfect work. And that means that the pit player can't contribute whatsoever. They just have to focus towards sight. They did that fantastically well with the trades. And they're loving life now. 3-3, we're tied up here. It's just this AWP for Cadian to try and make a meal of things.
Yeah, the hero purchase into this one. No one survived that previous round, and it could be enough. It will take a magnificent performance here from the captain, and that's a good start. Takes down Blame F, and now we'll rotate, as you'd imagine. He suggested, I've got B bomb side locked down. You do not want to come here. They're sending everything they've got back towards A, hoping to funnel Astralis into this bomb side. It's Config. He's jumping at the bit once again, wants to get stuck in. Gains himself an angle. Looking for anyone crossing towards the bomb site. Could have got it there. sjuush with the Desert Eagle.
Okay, well, a conversation's been had again. They might need this smoke from Config here. There are only 3 remaining for Astralis. Now, they do pull back this top banana control. Cadian has come over, and this is fantastic calling. They're just going to waltz on in, but Cadian, he's grabbed another kill. How many more reside? Zip is going to have to try and rumble this. Farley's been tagged down. He's been held at bay for now. Scratching their head, Astralis. This should have been quite an easy way in.
Really should have been.
Now,
oh no, Zipex, what are you up to? And it's going to be the USB double kill! They've thrown the round away. The AWP doing so much damage. They're not even going to find a kill. One for good luck, I suppose, but Config has no chance of this one. They've fumbled it. They've given it away. And now Config is trying to take down one player with him, but that is an absolute nightmare scenario as Heroic win pretty much a full eco. USPs and an AWP. It's the in-game leader, large and in charge.
This is great here. And then I thought the response from Astralis was good. They applied pressure, but they had util. They just rushed it. They're expecting Cadian to be over towards that A site, and then that flub smoke, you didn't think it was going to come back to haunt them, but it did in a big way.
Well, the coach, Tracy's not going to be happy with that. That was ugly.
Well,
That
that's
wasn't
the
good at all.
timeout, right? Take this timeout. Just calm it down. There's still plenty of money for something that will resemble a buy here.
But what a ballsy call from Heroic. USPs in the AWP, Chad, works out for them tremendously well.
If they just regrouped Astralis and executed as a team, there is nothing that KDN could have done. He would have been smoked off towards Coffin. CT would have been smoked. I assume they would have used the Molotovs towards the site as well with flashes. They've just tried to play ahead of KDN. And this mind game, another key component that was highlighted by the desk in the previous game was that round where Glaive came behind KDN, who was baiting his teammates while they were selling an A play. And that's mind games again. This time, I suppose KDN comes out on top. No, he definitely does come out on top. I suppose.
Yeah, well, that's a great performance from KD, and that's going to get him fired up beyond belief. Still anyone's half here, 4-3 Astralis. Still was somewhat of a buy. They are having a lot of gaps in the utility, and perhaps with config on the MAC-10, that could be difficult considering how sharp he's looked with the AK-47. Setting up some retake utility here. Here comes the Molotov as well.
Everyone's got a variation.
That's a nice one, though. That's super clean.
I think he'd also be up close, ready to fight, so sure. Move himself in the picture there. TeSeS is config, the point man with the MAC-10.
There are 4, or make it 3 players without helmets, so the MAC-10 incredibly viable here as they smoke towards top and middle. There'll be one towards library as well. Kadian suggesting no one's in towards that garbage position, but Yabi, he will be absolutely dropped. He had the helmet as well.
Yeah, you heard that crunch, so config with a massive find there, and now back to B. It's a defensive setup on this B bomb site with the boost in play for TeSeS. He has the AK, so as soon as he shoots, he will be noted here. Smokes are coming in this time. Where's the CT smoke? There it is, dribbled forward, no gap. Multiple players are rotating over. TeSeS can't get anything done, and unless
comes down to the spam.
Something here, it might have to be a save again for Heroic.
I think you might be right. And config, he doesn't want to let anyone keep their weapons. Kind of a big play from him, considering that could have fallen apart. The fact he's on the other side of the map.
Got black bars as well here. Yep, okay, well, something got called out as he dropped in towards Pit because they came out library. He didn't see him. I assume he's playing on some form of black bars there, but he gets those shots regardless.
The horse blind, as I call them.
Because I was watching his POV as they came out library, and we could see it, and we're using native res, right? So, yeah, maybe, or maybe just not focusing there, focusing on his crosshair. Either way, I'm sure we can send some detectives down to the sideline.
Still gets 3 kills in the round.
It's the result he was looking for.
Yeah, well, this was how it all started. Bear in mind, that player had the helmet. See that spark off of his head, and had they have overlooked this position, could have fallen apart. But Farling, he's all over it.
Here, they've just come out library.
Yeah, right.
Maybe he did catch it.
Yeah.
It also could have been spotted on the radar, right? Because those dots are going to appear on the radar. So either way, massive shots from config. He's loving life. Big smile on the face here.
Eeky wink as well. And could be more of the same, Chad. Even after winning the Eco before, that sends their finances into disarray. They're going to purchase the AWP. They're actually fully investing by the looks of things. So a couple of M4s, a Deagle for TeSeS, and Yabi with $5,000. Actually pretty strong. It's not too bad as they'll take the tactical timeout, but that's going to be it for them. Round number 9, 4-4. Just to note once again, if you're just joining us, yes, an incredible matchup here, a Danish derby, but Heroic have already made it through the group. They're trying to deny access to the playoffs of Astralis here, who need this win, and they've already picked up that first map, so they're looking in very good stead to do so. We get into it though, round 9. Cadian has been so good with the AWP and opening things up, stealing rounds away single-handedly. Heads towards middle for now, and Yabi could be flashed in towards second middle. Takes quite a lot of damage there, not too much.
He's pushing.
We're willing to challenge here, and it's going to be ZipX converting the frag.
Yeah, I'm curious if any of that tickle got heard or if he's just ready for that Yabi maneuver. So that is a Hail Mary play. Doesn't pay off. We know that Heroic like to get stuck in. Just containing them to top of car right now. Some defensive utility as top mid was looking likely. sjuush. He rumbled them on the second round with the Deagle.
I don't like the look of this.
I love the look of this. If they try and jump through, he might catch them off guard. He will. sjuush, 2 big kills. Grab yourself that AK, son. There's 8 bullets left. He spams away. Glaive comes running through. Does get the necessary frag to open up the bomb site, but it is a 2-on-3. Disadvantage for Astralis here.
The bomb will be planted. Still got every chance to win this round. Quite far away. Down all the way at the T-bridge. Glaive will set himself up in the apartment, so AWP on the retake, and we've got TeSeS now with the AK-47. That's what he was hunting for, and Glaive has no idea he's coming in from the steps himself. This should be a bit of a freebie for Stown. Time will tell. And there it is, guaranteed frag, and maybe even the round in itself. ZipX, known for winning these clutches, but 3 kills. Flashed off as well. He positions towards headshot. Not the most ideal situation for him, but there's the first kill, but they sort of line up for him, but there it is. Another difficult round in terms of the finances, and Heroic come out on top. They'll take the lead 5-4. It's down with 3 big kills. Now, when I said I didn't like the look of it, Chad, I meant for Astralis, because they were going through the smoke, and I was like, I've seen this many times before in my commentary career. People going through smoke towards the top of middle, and CG's just waiting on the other side, ready to spray them down, just
exactly like this. This is the thing, right? I get the pop flash through. It used to be Rogue, but that was back when Pronax was playing.
Exactly,
right?
that's my point.
Which it works too much these days. And I'm sitting here seeing Zip in the pit, thinking there could be a clutch scenario coming out of it.
For me, they got the opening kill, right? And going through a mid-smoke, it's always so scary. I never like the look of it, but there it is. Heroic will capitalize, and we'll see round 10 underway. Waymeth, the analyst pointed him out. He's going to be key on this side of the map. Doesn't take too much damage, fortunately for him. Plenty of round left to be played, and just trying to bait out the remaining utility. A wasted incendiary from the CTs there. They cheese as well, do nothing. Ooh. Okay, Waymeth. He's stepping up here. The Flames will force TeSeS into another fight. He has to push forward, and Farley, he's aware of it, spamming through the smoke. Leads a 4-on-3 in favor of Astralis now. So what's the reaction play? Cadian might have to step up with the AWP. He's residing on the A-bomb side, quite defensive for now. Config always happy to operate by his lonesome. 10 kills to his name so far. He's holding middle as they actually head back towards B.
Oof, I don't think that was the piece of utility Yavi was hoping for. What have we left in spawn, boys? Are there any smokes, any mollies? I could really use one right now as Config leers up mid. He gives one back, and the rotation point of Cadian is already on the way. Yabi, he wants to activate early. He's going to swing out in the lineup for Yabi. A big play from him, the bomb. Zip, he might be able to get this one down. There's a gap in the CT smoke. Yabi trying to pepper away here. The bomb goes down. Zip's going to get a second shot at things, but Cadian will deny. And 6-4. This is like Astralis doing similar plays as what Heroic were doing on Overpass on their team side. Just making things a little bit too complex. Config giving one away there top mid, and it's a 3-on-3 then.
A massive advantage, and why you're not just grouping up and playing together. Sure, Config, he is looking red hot right now, but going down like that, you just know, well, it's the same sort of situation. We know the other team, or the other members of the team will be elsewhere, and it's very well read. Double kill from the Coffins, caught with their pants around their ankles, and it's where it all started. Blame had to work so hard to get this advantage. Farley gives them the 4-on-3, and then this all goes wrong. Caught out, off guard, and Zipex unable to clutch out. And the last couple of opportunities, and there's 1-on-3, so that might be an eco now, at least a partial buy for Astralis, and indeed, single AK and Tech9's throwing a few opportunities away.
It was the right call as well to finish B. Again, if they just executed onto the side, like cleanly, a clean execute.
Would have done it.
Difference maker.
Well, overthinking the scenario perhaps, and we have got a C-Stream update, Chad. What did you make of this?
Okay, well, 8-7.5 with Heat upper map. That's curious territory. Mouse needed that win to guarantee themselves #1 spot in the group.
Right, okay.
So there's a lot on the line here. Maybe this would be the time to run through the scenarios here. So Mouse, with this little tidbit up on the side of the screen, were guaranteed or are guaranteed first only if they beat Heat.
Right.
So they have their fate of grabbing that #1 spot, and as you mentioned earlier, going to the quarterfinals of the playoffs if they beat the team who, well, the only team coming in today who was guaranteed to be out.
Right.
So that's a bit of a rough one there for Mouse so far. Heroic are guaranteed first only if they beat Astralis and Heat beat Mouse. Okay, so that is actually still pretty good for Heroic.
Yeah.
So if they can turn this series around, then there's an opportunity for them to grab #1 spot. I'll bring up the other ramifications after this because we are back into, wow, I wanted to call it a gun round, I suppose.
It is because they're fully invested, yeah. We'll see what they can make of it. It's the MAC-10 at least, which can do great work on Inferno, and here comes the play towards middle. Charging up, and Yabi's in a lot of trouble there. Didn't have the helmet, and he's going to be taken down. Can Stal make anything of it? Trying to make his way back through the smoke, and no follow-up spam from Config. Tricky kills here. It's all kicking off on the A-bomb side, and Config taking matters into his own hands, as you might expect. He'll pull it back, but this is the key frag. The crucial moment of the round, as sjuush is silenced and his teammates are pushed back. It's going to be Cadian and TeSeS to save. Very difficult round for Astralis there. Tech9, MAC-10. But they make it work.
It was the timing. We might be able to catch it in the replay because for whatever reason, they were having a mother's meeting in CT Arch. And as that was going down, the pop came through the top mid smoke. And we've already discussed sjuush on this A site as an anchor on his lonesome. You saw how sketched out he was in that scenario. Lucky to get one, dips out to the bike, gets mollied out of position, has to move towards headshot. Scrappy on the aim because players could be coming out above him. They could be in the site. They could be scaling long. He knew that he needed to duck and dive. Now, I can continue with some of these here as we
Please do,
have the
Chad.
save going through. Complexity are guaranteed a top 3 spot only if they beat Ent and Heroic beat Astralis. Now, so far, Complexity are living up to their end of the bargain.
They really are.
Heroic aren't. Here's the replay, so let's just recount this. So Config's already through Arch. This was after that initial exchange with Yabi. Down grabs one back, Config keeps pushing. You've got sjuush and Pit here just scrambling for anything. So it was a bit of a sketchy one there across the board, but another save and what should be enough money for another buy. Heroic still have a 2-round lead here.
Yeah, well, Astralis starting to wake up, though. A couple of awkward moments for them, but it is the TeSeS out of Inferno. A couple more rounds would do it. AKs across the board, but Cadian's been dominating them in some scenarios, and once again, he opened things up. A bit of a freebie there towards Farley, who was dropping down towards Underpass, and now up to BlameF to try and bring things back in their favor, if possible. They know exactly where he is. He has to get out of logs right now and avoid the utility damage, which he does nicely.
I love this bit for Banana. We know we're going to get more of it in the second half. Astralis love edging
flash
three
is
players.
huge.
Oh, TeSeS forward. Flame blind again. Let's get off a couple of warning shots here, but Config wants to keep it coming. That's the bomb. Thank you very much. We'll take that info. The spam, not bad either, but Stound's gone down. The player's low on HP now. Glaive, 7. Flame, 64. He wants to keep pushing. They just love the fight. I love it. It's Fight Club. Heroic, they've built their own Fight Club here.
Well, they are coming out on top, at least in this round. They've got a massive advantage here. Glaive down to 7 points of health. They also have a 4-on-3 in their favor. Cadian patrolling towards middle with the AWP, and they're nice and defensive now in towards the B bomb site. Should be absolutely fine. They should with bated breath. Anything can and will happen here. The in-game lead up of Astralis trying to suss out whether the CTs have pushed for information. Is there any freebies available? Checking everything he can, but with such low HP, he can't really force the issue here. I have to go back and join the teammates. They've got, what, 1 smoke? So they can smoke CT Spore, Molotov, new boxes, perhaps with no flashbangs, Chad. They just need to go for clean kills, really.
Yeah, maybe even a save might be the better call in this situation because they're just going to get absolutely shredded as they waltz in here.
Comes down to this moment. If they get a clean kill on TeSeS, go for it. But it's a low HP player going around first, and they've taken so much damage en route. Player towards Emo. That's going to be Yabi just running down the clock, forcing out the plant, and there's almost no chance now. Zipex just needs Yabi to sneeze on him, and it's all over.
Yeah.
And there it is. That's going to be a very nice round by Heroic. Well handled as a 3-player survive as well. Penultimate round, and maybe an eco for Astralis here. Only 5 now. Not looking like that could be enough.
Yeah, one of the dramas is if the CTs can retain top mid-controller information, which I think they had by virtue of Cadian's AWP, then your only real drama is if they pop and come fast or if they come out of apartments. So yeah, at that point, with 30 seconds left in the round, expecting it to be that B play. But Astralis, they don't like the sound of the eco. They want to get another hodgepodge buy. So again, it's not full rifles for everybody. 2 AKs, a MAC-10, and 2 Tech-9s run into Banana. It's not the start of a bad joke. It could be the start of their round, though, as Yabi knocks down 1 from the sandbag. Immediately traded out here. There's another gun available if they can get their hands on it.
So they do go all in. And so far, so good. Sure, Farley's low, but they've got a 4-on-4, spreading that defense thin, and he's got a prime position here. Can he get away with it? A double kill potential. He lives up to expectations there, and it will be now advantage Heroic. They have to just go towards A at this point. Segregated by the flames. Do they commit? They absolutely have to. And now sjuush looks destined to get this frag. Smoke will deny vision, but a follow-up grenade should take down Farley, no problem. He avoids it, but goes down eventually. Just BlameF now, and I say just. This guy can win these sort of rounds. Good effort. Down to the 1-on-1 technically, but that was from the grave for Farley.
I'm loving the pace of this. I wish we had all the Counter-Strike that was over at 1 minute and 8 seconds because it's just back and forth in your face, taking fights, taking duels, rushing up Banana, but now the smiles for Heroic starting to creep onto the face.
Yeah, they're doing a great job here. Look at the strategic position from Stound. He said it's fast. He's in second middle at 130. They have no idea. Double kill for him. sjuush fending them off to the best of his ability. And BlameF, like I said, he can win those rounds, but shut down. And it's number 15 here. It has been a very quick half. We've only just started here, really. Back and forth we go, but Heroic taking the lion's share of these rounds, and BlameF wants to break through the smoke. He's only got the MAC-10 this time. Helmets are plenty for Heroic, and a wasted incendiary, to be fair. Might gain him some access here. The flashbang to go over the top. He's just going to send it through. It's a bit of a boost here. sjuush will come out on top, but here's the MAC-10. Can he find a second? He absolutely can, but 3 players residing on the B bomb site. Astralis take the lead for now. Incendiary down towards spawn. Zipex patrolling T-steps as well, but making a lot of noise, trying to back up his teammates here. Needs to be careful. He has got the bomb. Drops the smoke. The spam will come through. Gives him his position. Yabi. A reload will come through. That's the chance for Zipex now to make his way up. run the gauntlet and takes a little bit of residual damage there. Not known to be an AWPer, he picks up the sniper himself, and I guess that works out for a post-plant scenario looking towards spawn.
I have to flash through this. This is the only way they're going to be able to rumble Glaive, who has dipped back at the right time, so sjuush has come through the grey screen. They knew there was at least one player here, but jump, that's a surprise. The molly lands perfectly. They have to push through. Glaive called out both players and injured both to about half HP. Farley and Zip are set to confirm this one.
Let's see what they can do. Zipex, as mentioned, not known for hitting these sort of shots, and he's starting to struggle already. Good bait, though. Farley will step out, and this is the final round of play as well. Looking for 9-6. Yabi has to go for it, and that's more like it. Zipex closes out the half of an excellent AWP shot there, and once again, Chad is split right down the middle. 9-6 in favor of Heroic on their CT side. Astralis, though, on their map pick, looking to bounce back. We will take a break and be back with the second half very shortly indeed.
Hey Future Pros, are those pesky T's rushing banana literally every round? Well, if your teammates really are Future Pros, then this nade combo should help shut down your rushing counterparts. For this, you'll need a total of 3 Future Pros, 2 incendiaries, 2 smokes, and 2 HEs and a flash. Let's break this down. Future Pro number 1. Your job is to throw the deep smoke and incendiary the close push. Do this by lining up with this point and then run through your smoke. The close incendiary doesn't really have a specific lineup, just bank it off the wall and make sure it's close to the choke. Future Pro number 2. Your job is to throw the deep molly. To do this, simply run to the corner of this wall, crouch down and throw the incendiary while aiming at the top left side of the wall. Future Pro number 3. Your role is mainly just a backup player. You can sit in this spot holding a flash. If you aim along this line of the antenna, you can flash the whole of banana without affecting your teammates. However, be ready to sprint to A if your teammates call any T aggression on that side of the map. Now that banana has been blanketed in flames, both Future Pro number 1 and number 2 can throw their HEs. You can choose to double nade tree or double nade the entrance to banana. That choice is yours. Once the HEs have been thrown, Future Pro 2 can throw their smoke at the entrance to banana, locking the Ts out for even longer. From here, you can send one of you to push down banana while your teammates rotate over to A. There are many options at this point depending on the situation, so don't make the wrong call.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. ESL Pro League Season 16 Super Sunday is heating up nicely. Map number 2 well underway as we enter the second half between Heroic and Astralis on Inferno. Heroic have the lead, Chad, but they move on to the T side now, and it's still anyone's map, as we have got some other results coming through on the B stream as well, right?
Yeah, it's getting spicy out there. We said that it was going to be an interesting day at the office, and that is the case. Complexity have just taken down ENT in 2-0 fashion, which means ENT are removed from the equation. They are now locked into the bottom 3, and all the Complexity fans out there are now joining us here on the main stream to see if Heroic can bring this back on Inferno, take us to Nuke, and then get complexity into the playoffs over Astralis.
Wow, so many threads to pull on, but it all starts here. A very important pistol round and 7 guns for Astralis. Double Julies for Glaive and Zipex as they make their way towards the apartments here. Damage inflicted. You don't see many spams with the Glock, Chad, but Farley, he'll take advantage, take Yabby down. He's going to be tested here towards middle. Can he find a second? He absolutely can. Maybe a third. This is beautiful. Farley coming to life now in the second half. Pistol, a 5 versus 2. Their round to lose, and there's still a chance. The boosted player, though, you don't see this too often in a pistol round with the dual elites as well. Zipex surely gets one. He fumbles the first shot, though. Could be punished. A smoke down makes things a bit more interesting now. The bomb to be planted. This could fall apart.
The bodyguard right now. It's down, just keeping them at arm's length.
Oh, no.
Blame. He was the clutch on the pistol. He's going to be the difference maker here as well. TeSeS gone. Stown has to step up, and he can't. Glaive will confirm it with a shot from the Julies. And Farley, well, that's probably the most impactful moment he's had in this series so far. He's been great for Astralis throughout this tournament, but so far it's been the conversation about Config, the conversation about Blame. Farley steps up on the pistol round, and that helps get Astralis to 7.
Well. Farley delivers on all fronts. You're absolutely right. Quiet game by his standards in this tournament so far. But he is loud and proud. The spam with the Glock, I said it was unorthodox, but Yabby didn't see that one coming. And then 3 kills in total. The third one could have gone either way, but that final bullet connects to the head. And with the smoke down, I thought it could get a little bit dicey there. But overall, bomb planted at least, Chad. So a nice, strong force buy coming in here with a couple of AK-47s.
It could be worth its weight in gold right here if you compare the buys of these two teams. Here it's 2 AKs versus 2 M4s, a Scout versus a FAMAS, and then a Deagle and a Tech 9 versus 2 MP9. So it's pretty even.
And a 5-on-2, the fact they still got the bomb down is massive. They could bring this right back, and it's been difficult to convert these rounds. For now, though, Banana control completely granted towards the CT side. Astralis looking comfortable in that regard.
I have some questions about this Scout from Katie. I understand that he's the AWP for the team, but finding some traction here against the anti-eco of Astralis, where you're normally trying to avoid those pistol peaks.
Right.
It's going to be quite a tall task and tall ask.
Well, you would assume he had to drop an AK and then was given the Scout. He has no armor.
Yeah, same for sjuush, so Yabby at least was fortunate enough to be able to buy some protection for himself. And look at this, on the half wall. Katie and Scout now noted. Blame will strike first blood, and that's one of the AKs gone. So Yabby will need to be getting his hands on that.
And he would have detected the helmet as well, so he can confirm it is a force buy. Would have felt the dink. So that's big information. They'll fall back now. They know what they're up against. If a boosted potentially trying to look over the half wall, doesn't do anything for them. And the crossfire set up now. They still have utility on this side of the map, but not much. It's just a couple of flashes, but bit of a contact play here. Blame F has been spotted, but it's all down to this MP9. Boosted up, Zipex in a prime position now. Combat doing a load of damage. And now a double kill, presumably for Zipex. Easy as you like. The Scout, the last player remaining, and money in the bag for Zipex. A huge round for them to win.
2 AKs picked up as well.
Yeah,
that is
true.
Huge going forward here. They know that they're going to be up against an eco now, so a chance to add even more cash to the coffers. The MP9, which has been gifted to Blame now, can farm an awful lot here. We know that they love this 3 banana start. The aggression down banana has been consistent with Blame. He gets backed up by Zip. This is fantastic work. They've had a trouble with some of these second round buys from Heroic in the series so far. So this is a very important round for them to win, and we should be leveled up 9-9 unless something catastrophic happens now. Katie and Yabby with Deagles, a P250 for sjuush, and a pair of Glocks to boot, but
it would have to be something ridiculous, right? Anything to go wrong.
Showstopper type of round.
Yeah, with just Glocks on the T side of Inferno. Sure, you've got a couple of Deagles, but how do you gain access to any of the bomb sites here? Farley, he knows there's some frags available and needs to be careful. Keep that gun out, my friend. Here we go, then the Deagles starting to strike. The Glocks do a little bit of damage there, but well handled. Bomb goes down. 4 kills found. And just sjuush now as he comes out of the apartment. We tie things up. We go 9-9. Astralis in their CT campaign looking to close things out in a 2-0 fashion.
And that would be fantastic news for them. Astralis are guaranteed a top 3 spot, which is a playoff spot if they beat Heroic, but it can get even better. Astralis are guaranteed first if they beat Heroic and Heat beat Mouse, and Heat are already up a map.
That's true. Who would have thought? So Astralis, after a rough campaign, could actually still finish top of the group with some assistance from the Frenchman, but we'll see what happens here. That's real gun round now.
It's the patented 3-man start towards B, but they haven't gone aggressive banana. They've actually opted for something a little bit more passive. They're retaking top banana after, and config, they're just rushing A. They're just rushing A straight into Farley, who's got 1.5 kills, but it's the MP9. The nuisance of this, it can spring in the back line. He's going to step out and config. Oh! Overcooked the pooch. He thought he had that one right there, and now it's just blame.
Oh, it
That
all
was
falls
quick.
apart. Yeah, that was very quick indeed. It looked like he had the prime opportunity there to mow two of them down, doesn't even get one, and Heroic are loving it. That's going to be their first round now on their T-side campaign, and oh, that's unfortunate. You could see he could hit everyone, no one looking in his direction. Had he got the first cleanly, maybe he gets all three, but for now, Blame F cowering in the corner, sitting in towards Emo. He knows he's going to be rumbled soon, has to be a little bit more active, can't just sit there in the back, he'll be naded out. And he goes towards new boxes now. So that's the round in the bag, but
Surely
can he
they
cause
won't
any
look
damage?
here, Henry. They just mollied it. Surely they won't check this position.
Good point. So there's the molly that would have flushed him out. First kill is his, maybe he can get both. So
Survives.
good damage and survives with the M4. Now you do get loss bonus, of course, on the CT side for saving the weapon. So he'll be looking very good to drop a weapon, and this is where it all went down. Config, though, he got a feel for the fact he couldn't get anything done.
Yeah.
Oh, no, should have at least got Cadian.
Because he thought he finished the kill.
Yeah,
he was
he
already starting to
flicked off,
transfer
didn't
to
he?
the second and third players.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that
rough.
one's going to sting.
That's rough.
We've all had one of those before. So unfortunate scenes for Config here, but you mentioned that Astralis still have plenty of cash and can get out a very strong looking buy here.
Oof, wow. Towards Banana we go, as you would expect. Cadian has to expend one of his smokes as he takes a load of damage there. I can feel the grenades coming, trying to get the hell out of there. He will survive, but for how long? Cost him a lot there. And they have zero control of Banana now as they reassess their options. Same story for Astralis as well. Setting up the defense, the crossfires. Config up in towards the balcony position, and Zipex with full control of Banana now.
Yeah, they've surged down at about 1 minute and 20 seconds, which is going to buy them a longer buffer here. Heroic, without any territory whatsoever at this juncture in the round, will need to work something out. A little bit of a meeting here to give a HE over. I guess they were wishing there was a little bit more, but
Yeah.
Farley does need to hold on to this smoke. He's currently over towards the bike position in pit, and that player traditionally needs that smoke. You can stall them out with the one-way.
There is a Molotov available for that position. So yeah, you're dead on. Yabi would have to be the one to throw it. And we're getting down to the final few moments here, round number 20. 40 seconds on the clock. Yabi, he's in a prime position to throw that aforementioned Molotov. We'll see if he does it. Just sussing out where the CTs are positioned, and there's the Molotov. So Farley will have to drop the smoke and give up his position as well. There it is, and now they'll take opportunity and get a double kill just as they're trying to deal with the flames. This is the perfect round of Heroic. Very well done.
They found the gap because he had to extinguish.
Yeah,
He had the
that's the
eyes
time.
off of apartments, jump out, get the first, the second comes in. Like dominoes, they fall over. 11 now for Heroic, a great round, but this time round the chase will be worth a whole lot more.
Yeah.
And you can see Cadian, he's already whipping them into action. Trying to get them into a wild frenzy here. I think the celebrations might be off the charts if they can take away both of these guns.
Certainly worth it. They've got plenty of time to do so.
They're not going. It looked like they were going. Now they've called it off. They were all top mid, ready to go.
Blame F for $3,000. He can drop an M4. They already have two, but this is getting to the danger zone now. Losing the rounds. They've actually given up a couple in a row at this stage. They're surviving with 2 rifles each time, but is it going to be enough to hold on? Hasn't been so far. Very well handled from Heroic. Defaulting towards Banana, didn't get much control, but it's all down to that one Molotov, Chad. You mentioned it. As soon as they throw it, he has to pull out the smoke. There's nothing he can do. He can't back up his teammates here, so they're jumping out before he's even extinguished the smoke itself, and they're punishing the headshot position and just mowing them down on the bomb site.
I don't know if that's the intended plan right there, but if it is, it worked perfectly, right? Because Yavi's jumping out immediately. There's a flash coming over the top, so it all works perfectly. A great little execution there from Heroic, and now the heads on the chopping block are Astralis. Second tactical timeout called here. As you mentioned, they can drop guns. That's not going to be too big of an issue. Blame can drop, Zip can drop, but so far they haven't. So it looks like they might
planning for the future.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to concede the 12th round right now, but it just means Heroic have a lot more bonuses in their buy. Everybody's got a rifle, everybody's got full U2. Astralis, when they could have scrapped something together, are keeping it conservative here. So 2 Deagles and a 5.7 to bolster the saved M4s. Extremely light on the U2 side of things as well. Next round loss bonus of 2,400. So everybody will be able to get one going into round number 22.
So, boost up in towards the quad.
Don't mind this, because both rivals were B players.
True.
So now both of them top mid. You assume Heroic's going to investigate somewhat.
Well, it's nice to throw in once a half, but usually flashed off. You have to be on your toes here, ducking and diving, working like a hind with the teammate beneath the atrium itself. And here comes the first challenge. It's down to open things up, but they've now spotted Zipex. Might as well dismount. You know the guns on that side of the map. That's where they've placed all their proverbial eggs in towards that basket. But yeah, it's well read by Heroic now. Walking towards the B side, just one player defending. That's going to be Glaive. 5-7 in a flash. He'll be bouncing it off first Oranges, hoping his teammate can swing out. Wants to bide his time here. One flash is all he's got.
Two of them have gotten here though, Henry. And Zips here with the M4.
Flash.
Is it going to come at any point? Well, stepping ahead of the play, Farley offers himself up. It gives Zip a chance to initiate. The flash doesn't come out at all. And, well, Blame, do you go for a 1-on-3? It would technically be a 1-on-4.
Apparently not. He'll choose to save and making quite a lot of noise here. TeSeS will presumably take him down here.
Low governor.
Bit of an awkward one as he jumps around the corner. HE grenade towards Boiler now, and maybe Blame can have one more, but the Hunter's on. They know exactly where he is. They can leave the bomb and isolate him, but he is pretty handy in these sort of scenarios. Drops a smoke to stop the backstab, but there it is. sjuush will close things out. It was not a full investment from Astralis, but still not a very convincing round at all. 3 players survive for Heroic, 12-9, and we're still on for a third map.
Well, does Farley get his AWP? It looks like it. Blame's invested into it, dropped it across to Farley here, so everybody's going to have the goodies they require. Blame might need to get some donated utility as well. He did make a heavy investment there. So this one here from Stown is, oh wow, completely blind. Great little replay here. And quick shout out to Max, who does the replays. It's his birthday today.
Happy birthday, Max.
There we go.
What better way to spend it than a Super Sunday here at ESL Pro League? That's how I want my birthday to go down.
Okay, well, we'll see if we can time that for you next year, Henry.
Yeah. So, like you mentioned, a nice full buy here and full damage grenade down towards Banana as well. Sends Cadian packing. Wanted to explore his options, but he's been battered and bruised once again. Falls back towards T-spawn. Collects the bomb, and Yabi just collecting those grenades as well. Heroic are very good at this, leaving flashbangs in towards the spawn area, going back and collecting them.
We've seen a lot of that, right?
Yeah, they're doing it right now, so that's pretty cool. There it is.
I have just been patrolling Twitter just to keep the finger on the pulse of what's going on with the matches. Sure. Now, the Complexity have finished. They're flying the flag for Heroic. Graham Messioso Pitt has tweeted, if Heroic has 1 million fans, then I'm one of them. If Heroic has 1 fan, then I'm that one. If Heroic has no fans, that means I'm dead. So Graham's getting involved.
Hope he's not dead.
Alzox even tweeted out a picture of Cadian with a mustache and a mullet.
Okay, that's not bad. Let me have a look.
There you go.
Actually works quite nicely.
It does. Cadian maybe should consider growing a mullet and a mustache, actually. So
very powerful look. So
this is a fake? Or is it a full commit? There's 30 seconds left.
Bomb's going back.
This is where Heroic get tricky, isn't it? 2 players haven't left B, still residing right now. They haven't found a kill yet. Astralis are screaming, nothing's committed. We haven't seen the bomb.
Oh, the timing!
He's finally stepped out. The nade's going to follow him. Stown needs to clear top of Oranges here. The bomb's still top of Banana. 15 seconds. It has to finish B. They have to finish towards this side. They have a 2-on-2 right now. Not hitting the shots. It's on Farley. He can still deny the leg. Oh, no. The tiniest of margins. The difference maker here. Heroic looking to get the 13th round unless Config has something to say about it.
Well, that was a nightmare. Zipex had it all to play for, baited out. Fumbles his lines, spams a few bullets, has to dismount and gets nothing done. That was pretty ugly. Very unfortunate on the timings, you're right, but they took the bait, hook, line, and sinker there.
It felt like they were calling the bluff right up until the final moment, waiting, and then as soon as they come around
it was very convincing, right? Imagine all the scrambled comms you were coming for the ace. You spotted 2 towards Library with 15 seconds remaining. Of course, you're going to have to react to that, but it was just so well timed. Heroic gifted that one. If Zipex gets 1 kill, it might have slowed them down just enough for the AWP to be effective there, but that's a huge round to pick up. 13-9. Config will survive at the M4, but very well played from Heroic. It was a fake. It was the bait and switch, and it works out tremendously well, and the money is absolutely broken for Astralis. This was the key moment now. All over the map, and Zipex could do nothing.
10 seconds left, 10 seconds. Just scrambling here. Stown avoiding death right there, and Zip, yeah, I think he knows. Should have done a little bit better in that situation. 4 consecutive rounds for Heroic now on this T-Hall.
Oh, they just baited out his shots, and then once you start committing to that spray, you've got to dismount. They know where you are. They can pre-fire you back. It's unfortunate. Still a chance to win this round, but not a great one with Blame being dropped at the start. He's been molotoved off towards the sandbag position. An early advantage for Heroic, who are in cruise control right now. They managed to pick up 4 rounds in a row. Molotov towards the first new boxes, I should say. And Bit of a stack here towards B. 3 players on the CT side. Just poor old Farley protecting towards quad.
Running rings around them right now. Just to pace out the gate, the opening kill. All that utility dumped. Still plenty of utility over towards spawn if they'd like it, but with the number advantage, knowing they're up against a lighter investment here, they might just want to try and knuckle down towards this site. Farley was good with the pistol on the pistol. And that's a bit of team damage from the nade right there, but they're not clearing the corners. Farley gets a dig. How much more can he find? He's bought space. Zip's got one back. There's 2 on the site here. The bomb's been dropped into the middle of the site. They have to flush this one out.
Well, they've got the rotation from Config now as well. Are they aware of Yabi's position? Apparently not. Zipex offers himself up for free. And still plenty of time just to make the best of this bad situation. A good smoke now, but I say good smoke. It's a terrible smoke, but doesn't seem to matter. Grice is averted by the looks of things. Glaive will pick up an AK-47, but nothing can be done. So yeah, a little bit dicey there, but overall pretty clean.
Yeah, and then now just 2 more rounds for Heroic here. So they're going to forget all about the woes of Overpass. 19-17 going against them. Was a couple of rounds there that really decided things on their defense, but Nuke, the third and deciding map of this one. It's a classic for Danish Counter-Strike. It
really is. What a conclusion it will be. Looks like we are going the full distance unless Astralis can wake up right here, right now. Has to be that round. Needs some momentum, and it all starts with a 3-man lean towards B with the AWP on that side as well. Farley trying to get activated. Held off by the utility, and Stown will take advantage and start encroaching on their position.
Well, hold up a minute. Yabi might just get flashed through. He's just heard this nade. He's just going to creep through on it. Timing.
Quite
pulled off. He wanted to push. I think he was asking, screaming for a flash, screaming for something, a little bit of help to come his way. Canadian will lob out a smoke towards long, and Yabi eventually will come up top mid, but won't get the result he's looking for, and they're just going to waltz on out. 1 for 1. Glaive sent back. It's 3-on-4 situation here.
Yeah, they'll take that all day long, but Cadian, he's got ideas of his own. And Farley beats into the punch. That's a great shot. Fantastic position to be in now. 4-on-2. Need to keep it clean, though. They're going to have any chance of bringing this half back to life. Need some money to build up. It's down, trying to shut them down. We'll see what he can do as he heads towards the arch side. Zipex waiting defensively, as he should be now. And it's up to Blame. That's an aggressive position. He comes out on top and will find the bomb.
Yeah, ahead of the smoke. So still got awareness on that flash. But Stown has pipped the gap. And if there was ever time for a 1-on-4, this could be it. Nobody... Oh, I was saying acknowledging it just yet. Zip's awareness. Got to get up early in the morning to full Zip. He's taken a tag, and now the defensive utility can stall this out. They know exactly where Stown is. They're operating the push down mid with the residual players. He's knocked on down to 42 and rounds the corner. That'll be it. Good positioning from Zip there. So into the double digits, but not cruise control just yet.
No, certainly not. But a sigh of relief. When you get double digits, you're kind of believing this one. Okay, we can still do this. Sure, it's been a rough start, but it's their map pick. They're on the CT side now. They found some foundations, and as Farley with the guaranteed kill towards Cadian, easy as you like, and Blame F securing things with the bomb drop there. So, no tactical timeout, but a full buy. Lots of cash available for Heroic going forward as well. Still around $3,000 per player on average as we enter round number 25 now. Farley going for that opening shot. He delivers on all fronts there.
Beautiful stuff from Farley, finding some confidence here, and that was with the AWP. Cadian will take that off of Stown's corpse. He wants to operate with this. There's a slight gap to look under here in the smoke, and Cadian's taking some risk. He's jumping forward. He's going to get peeked on. A water shot from Cadian. He wants some more here. Looking for the sandbag fight. Not going to get it. The trade's not there. Blame standing tall. Gabby will eventually silence him, but look at this. Just Springbok jump into action. Missing smokes. It doesn't matter. They want to keep fighting.
Well, there is a huge gap there, but they're still up for this one. The grenade saves the day. I dare say there was a kill there with the AWP. And now the gap might actually yield a kill, but it's going in Config's favor. 2 in a row now for Astralis. But as mentioned, plenty of cash for Heroic. This really is an exciting matchup. It's delivering on all fronts. No love lost between these two teams, and you can see it every single round. So aggressive, trying to find those gaps and exploit them. But Astralis with a confident round there. They take round number 25, and Cadian, if he hits that sandbag shot, Chad, that would have been remarkable.
This flick. He's just
what a play.
He's getting spammed away from Zip there, who may have been blind by that TeSeS flash. At least the kill feed will make us believe. So Blame does great to get the double. That felt necessary.
Right.
And again, it's the pressure, right? Because they're missing the smokes. Yabi here, you can see his frustration starting to creep in. A timeout called, the second for Heroic now. A chance for Exist to get on the mic. And a conversation about the buy has been had. Cadian with the AWP again. It looks like there might be a Galil and a MAC-10 in play to supplement the buy here.
there are two players who just light armor. That's Farley and Glaive, so watch out for them. It gives the Galil and the MAC-10 some one-shot potential, especially at close range. Big round here. The last of the gold for Heroic, and he said Farley was finding some confidence. Is he ever? Looking down towards second middle. Doesn't want to outstay his welcome, though.
We've seen him go for that peak so many times. Right. This is the fourth time I think you and I are covering off an Astralis Inferno game here. And
good position.
Well, this is a slither gap if I've ever seen one. A leg shot may have been provided, and Cadian doesn't know how lucky he is. Rounds the corner in towards Boiler, and this is combat AWPing defined right here. It's an interesting approach for the AWP to be in Boiler this early, but he's looking for what he can find. And
don't see it too often, that's for sure. And it will be a quad focus, I suppose. Cadian to lead the charge. Maybe boost it up and towards the atrium itself. We'll see which way they're inclined. Yabby still towards the apartment. It's down, setting up the utility towards library. Good incendiary just to buy some time here. Minute on the clock. As they do deploy their smokes, I believe. So flashbangs and mid control trying to be accessed here from Heroic, but a bit of a standoff.
Yeah, the top mid harassment utility is fantastic from Glaive there. He still does have a smoke and a HE to work with. Zip on the other side of the map. That's a bunch of utility as well. Smoked off towards Arch and Library, starting to round long. Farley waiting for the flash, then steps out. Has spotted one and re-peeks. The flick was pretty close, but sjuush does get the better of him. Now Glaive can start defending from this pit position. The moto smoke is going to work against Config there. sjuush picks a perfect timing, and now it's just Glaive. He's going to get taken out of position as well. This is looking good for 15, especially if sjuush can finish off this frag.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have to. He's confirmed the position there, can fall back into the crossfire, and that's going to be it. Astralis have to give in. Blame F was residing on B the entirety of this round, and it comes from that repeat from Farley. I dare say after missing that first shot, going for the flick, it was ambitious, and comes back to haunt him as well. Glaive only finding that one kill. Config gets nothing for it, and there we have it. Heroic have posted themselves 4 map points here. Should be a done deal.
Trying to do a little bit of mental maths here. Glaive will be able to buy. Everybody should have enough. I think everybody should be sitting pretty. 2,400 loss bonus into the next, so where the residual cash was at, it should be okay. Fortunate stuff for Farley there. I think when the clock's starting to tick down and the fights have to come in, you're going to have to win some of them, right? Eventually, you're going to have to start hitting those shots. It's unfortunate. sjuush with a lot of impact there. Got 24 kills for sjuush in this map. He's been leading the charge for Heroic. 19 for Stown, 17 for Yabby, 15 for TeSeS, and Cadian bringing up the rear on 13. On the other side of things, just with a little bit of something Farley. Oh, a little bit of something.
Everyone's excited
there.
today.
Yeah, cameraman too. We got 19 for Farley, 17 for Blame, 16 for Config, 13 for Glaive, and 10 for Zip at this juncture of the game.
Well, here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Tournament life on the line for Astralis. They picked up the first. It was the map choice of Heroic Overpass. They were looking confident towards the end of it, managed to close things out in overtime, but now they'd have to do the same as this map is falling apart. Their pick of Inferno now finding themselves down, but not out. 15-11. They need to have a perfect performance from this stage, and Astralis are synonymous almost with Inferno comebacks across the years. Not the same lineup, of course, but have to channel some of that old power as we get into round number 27. The banana battle rages on here, and we'll see the initial utility exchanged.
Oh, need an extinguish here, boys. It's getting hot under the collar. sjuush melted down to about half. Cadian standing stoic. We've already seen him hit a whippy one in banana so far. Does he want to stick to his guns? To flash someone forward here. The flash will fly, no one will follow. 3 players starting over towards A here for Astralis, and Farley in the boiler room now with the AWP. So either AWPer, liking the tight choke points, they do have an aggressive stance. If they can pick one off, it might change the tune of this. Flash towards top mid. Farley, how long can you hang here? This already feels like maybe it's too little.
I don't know. Pretty good to me, Chad. That's a great shot towards TeSeS. Didn't see that one coming. Combative AWPing towards the boiler room seems to be the name of the game here on Inferno. 5-on-4. Astralis needing perfect rounds at this stage. Can't give anything up, and it's been pretty sloppy on their CT side. They've been pulled around the map, missing key shots, and the duels, have to say, have been going in favor of Heroic time and time again, and that boost from Zipex hasn't looked too too hot in that position, to be fair.
They have to gamble stack B, Henry. It's been a bit of a problem, right? We saw it mega late last time, and they've actually cheated config over. So it's two prongs of this A defense. Farley swooping in, wants to get another pick with the AWP, and he will. Run down by sjuush. They still have to rumble the player in the site, and config has made it back in time. 17 seconds, but time never seems to be too much of an issue for Heroic. They're charging in, they're taking the fight, but while cleaning house, they hold on. Astralis, good work there.
And they've picked up a double orb setup, thinking better of it.
Oh, did they drop it?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Didn't fancy it. So that's absolutely fine. Not a requirement by any stretch. As we see round number 28 come through, no bomb planted there. And Farley taking matters into his own hands there. That's brilliant work with the AWP. Config as well. Joining Glaive, spraying them down. No chance at all with just 12 seconds on the clock. And that's a big round. They're still believing here. And a full investment from Heroic. Trying to look for the haymaker right now. The knockout punch with everything they've got. As we get to the sharp and pointy end here of Inferno.
This is interesting because there's 3 rounds of play left. They've fully invested here. Into the next round, they get 1900, which means it has to be an eco.
Right.
And then for the final round, 1900 plus 2400 for the final buy.
This is game defining here.
A plant almost feels like a necessity in a round like this.
You're right. For now, though, Banana is their main objective. Zipex has had his struggles on this side of the map. Blame F-Tho's been strong as you like, as you might expect. In terms of utility, they have a single flashbang and 1 smoke and a flash for Zipex as well, to be fair.
Juggling utility right now, Henry. If this comes quick, they might get caught out of position. Here they come. The flash is over. They're pushing in. Zip's not blind. Can't get any kills, but a lot of damage here. It's Blame to start mopping up the best, but he's down. Yabby too. Config. It's a wide open CT spawn here. A smoke can come in, an nade can follow.
Oh no, that's it.
Config going down. That's surely it now. A 2-on-4 retake.
Well, well, well. Glaive trying to keep the hopes and dreams alive here of the 2-0. It's a 3-on-2. The B bomb site collapses once again. Zipex did quite a lot of damage, but there'll be no saving this time. It's map point. Glaive, he's got the incendiary for Emo, but that's about it. He'll deploy it. There is a player there. Forces him to the fight. That's going to be Stown, taking heavy damage at this point. Dancing around, and Farley with a key frag here. Down to Glaive. Can he find it? Behind the pillar.
Oh, the
Time
nade.
ticking away. That's a great connect. It doesn't quite, and that should be it. We're looking to go to a 3rd map, and it looks like it's confirmed. There's no chance of defuse at this stage, and they've done enough. With not very much going into that round, they went for the knockout punch. The Tech 9s, the Mac 10s, and the B bomb side falls apart.
Well, they're exchanging maps here today. The Danish derby. We knew this one was going to deliver. Overpass went the way of Astralis. Inferno the way of Heroic. Nuke the 3rd and deciding map. But first we got a break, and then the desk up next to break this one down. Don't go anywhere.